This is Pensioners Corner, and today we're focusing on an important update that matters to millions of people across the UK. We're talking about state pensions and benefit payments for September 2025, and why this month offers some welcome reassurance for households who rely on timely support. For many pensioners and benefit recipients, the date a payment arrives isn't just a number on a calendar. It's the moment when bills can be paid, cupboards can be stocked, and peace of mind can return after days of worry. In September 2025, the Department for Work and Pensions has confirmed that payments will go out exactly as planned, with no delays. And in today's climate, where every pound must be stretched further, that reliability is more valuable than ever. Let's begin with the basics: when payments will arrive. The DWP issues pensions and benefits according to the last two digits of a person's national insurance number. It's a staggered system designed to keep payments flowing smoothly throughout the week, and it's the same structure used month after month. If your national insurance number ends between 0 and 19, your money will arrive on Monday. For endings between 20 and 39, payments will arrive on Tuesday. Numbers ending 40 to 59 are paid on Wednesday. Those ending 60 to 79 will be paid on Thursday. And finally, 80 through 99 are scheduled for Friday. This approach spreads the workload for banks and ensures that the system doesn't overload by trying to process millions of payments on the same day. What matters most this September is that there are no bank holidays to disrupt the timetable. That means pensioners and benefit claimants can count on the usual rhythm without sudden shifts that sometimes occur around holiday periods. Now, that may sound like just a routine piece of information, but in practice it's much more than that. For people living on fixed incomes, predictability is everything. Imagine the stress of waiting for a payment when bills are due, only to find the date shifted because of a public holiday. That's not the case this month. The certainty of September's schedule means households can plan with confidence. But what exactly is included in these payments? At the center is, of course, the state pension, the backbone of income for millions of retirees. Alongside it are pension credit payments, which provide extra help for those whose pensions fall short. Then there are other forms of support such as attendance allowance, disability living allowance, carers allowance, and additional benefits administered by the DWP. All of these follow the same weekly structure tied to national insurance numbers. It's also worth remembering that the amounts being paid this September already reflect the annual uprating introduced in April 2025. Thanks to the triple lock, pensions rose earlier this year, while other benefits were adjusted in line with inflation. These increases were designed to help keep up with rising costs, though many households still feel the squeeze as prices continue to climb. That's why timely payments matter so much. Across the UK, people are facing stubbornly high food prices, energy bills edging upwards, and housing costs that refuse to ease. Each month's pension or benefit payment isn't just money in the bank, it's the difference between falling behind and staying afloat. Think about a typical household as September begins. The summer holidays have ended, cooler evenings are setting in, and with them come higher energy demands. Heating starts to switch back on, wardrobes change, and many families begin thinking about the expenses of the months ahead: school costs, winter fuel, and eventually Christmas. In this context, the reassurance that pensions and benefits will arrive without delay is more than welcome. It's a stabilizing factor in a period full of financial strain. The DWP's confirmation also highlights something easy to overlook: reliability itself is a form of support. Even if the payment amounts don't change from one month to the next, knowing they will arrive on time is a comfort in itself. It means households don't have to juggle bills, borrow at short notice, or risk penalty fees from missed direct debits. For many pensioners, those small details mean the difference between security and stress. Now, what happens if something does go wrong? Payments are expected on time, but delays can occasionally occur due to bank processing issues or clerical errors. If you notice that your money hasn't arrived when scheduled, the first step is patience. Sometimes funds clear at different times of day, and the money may simply appear later than usual. If the entire day passes with no payment, then it's important to contact the DWP directly. They have helplines dedicated to pension and benefit queries, and staff can trace what has happened. For those with internet access, the gov.uk website remains the most reliable source of official information and updates. It's also a good reminder that while the information in this video is accurate as of now, rules and schedules can change. Always double-check with official government sources to make sure you have the most up-to-date guidance. Let's take a closer look at why these payments carry such emotional weight. Picture a pensioner who relies entirely on their weekly or monthly payment. The rent is due, the electricity meter needs topping up, and the fridge is running low. Without that pension payment, choices quickly become stark. Do you pay the rent and skip groceries, or buy food and risk falling behind on bills? That's the reality many households face when payments are uncertain. On-time payments, however, restore balance. The rent can be covered, the heating can stay on, and the weekly shop can be done without fear. This kind of stability is not glamorous, but it is profoundly important. It allows people to live with dignity, plan their budgets, and avoid crisis. And as autumn moves towards winter, this stability becomes even more critical. Energy use will rise, heating will be needed daily, and health costs may climb as colder weather takes its toll. A consistent state pension and benefit system gives people the foundation to manage those seasonal pressures. Of course, payments alone cannot erase the challenges of rising living costs. Inflation continues to erode the real value of money, and even with uprating earlier this year, many households are still stretched thin. That's why pensioners and claimants are encouraged to check whether they might qualify for additional support such as pension credit or specific cost of living schemes. These are often overlooked, but they can make a meaningful difference to household finances. For example, pension credit not only tops up income but can also open the door to other forms of help, such as council tax reductions or assistance with energy bills. While nothing new has been confirmed for winter 2025 yet, in past years the government has introduced extra payments to help with heating costs. Keeping an eye on official announcements is the best way to ensure you don't miss out on support you may be eligible for. Another point to remember is that direct debits and standing orders often line up with pension and benefit payments. For those with a Monday payment date, bills might be scheduled to go out the very same day. This makes the punctual arrival of money even more crucial. Even a short delay could trigger fees, bounce a rent payment, or leave an energy meter without credit. By sticking to the normal schedule this September, the DWP ensures that households can avoid those unnecessary disruptions. It's often said that financial stability comes not only from how much money you have, but from how predictable that money is. For pensioners in particular, predictability is key. It allows for careful budgeting and avoids the constant anxiety of not knowing whether the essentials can be covered. That's why the DWP September confirmation is such important news. Even though nothing has changed, the very fact that things are running as normal is worth highlighting. Looking forward, the months ahead will test many households. Rising costs are expected to continue, and while inflation has slowed compared to previous peaks, prices remain high. The transition into colder weather will add pressure on heating, food, and transport budgets. Having September's payments confirmed is therefore like setting a firm foundation before those challenges intensify. At Pensioners Corner, our goal is always to bring you clear, accurate updates that help you stay informed. And the key message today is simple: if you're due a pension or benefit payment this September 2025, it will arrive exactly on the day tied to your national insurance number, with no holiday disruptions. That reliability is more than just a technical detail, it's a lifeline that helps millions plan their lives with confidence. So, whether your payment comes on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, you can be reassured it will be there as expected. And if for any reason it doesn't, remember that help is available from the DWP's helplines and the official gov.uk website. To end, let's reflect on what this really means. For many, it's not about big financial wins, but about the everyday relief of knowing the fridge will be stocked, the rent will be paid, and the lights will stay on. That's the quiet but powerful impact of a reliable state pension and benefit system. And in times of uncertainty, reliability may be the most important support of all.